Inside the neon glow, where the world just seems to slow. Nods and Rachel got the scoop with news to make you jump and hoop. Cats on camera, lights and bars, waffle stomping means no fuss. AI art in pixels gleam, hammer Venus just a stream. Welcome to the machine room. Every week the headlines boom. Laughter echoes through the night. In the neon.
Give it up for your host, Naztradamix and Hammer of Venus.
What's up, y'all? My face was cut off, and of course, Hammer of Venus is not even on the screen because this shit decided to act stupid. There she is. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. There you go. We're here. Nope. There you go. Oh, here. Get this freaking helmet off. I can't see shit. And the thing was just cutting my face off anyways because I was green. It's ugly. Welcome back to the Machine Room Podcast. We haven't been here in a long time. We apologize, but we're here now. Hold on. It's cutting my face off. Happy Halloween to everyone. I am dressed up as the Green Ranger, and Hammer Venus is dressed up as someone just chilling at a Starbucks.
I have Adidas pants on, so it's Sporty Spice.
It's Sporty Spice. Chilling at a Starbucks.
Exactly.
You're the cooler one of the Spice Girls.
Right?
I mean, technically, she was my favorite at first. Who was your favorite?
Ginger.
Oh, that's right. She did have the tatas.
Oh my God.
Ginger
She had
did.
it all.
Yeah, Ginger did have the tatas. I don't know why I gravitated to Sporty at first. It kind of like you kind of just, as you grow up, you start changing your favorite because it was like Sporty, then it was Ginger, and then you're like, oh, Baby is kind of cute, and then, you go into Scary. Never was posh, though.
I've always loved Ginger.
Never was posh. She had the legs.
No.
That's about it.
She seemed bougie.
Yeah, that's why she's with David Beckham. Like, my wife was like, David Beckham gay? I'm like, no, he's with Posh Spice. I was like, what's her first name? I was like, I don't know. She's Posh Beckham to me. I don't remember what her name is.
Right?
Who cares? Shout out to everybody who's here in the Machine Room. It's Halloween. And I just then killed somebody. Look at all the blood on my t-shirt. I was ready.
Stupid.
Rachel was like, let's do something special for tonight. I was like, I'm going to kill someone on camera. So I did it off camera.
This is, yeah.
That's
the shit we talk about.
Yeah. You can't have incriminating stuff on camera. So
Nah.
I said I killed someone, but there's no proof.
But just sound. I think sound is okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. Shout out to those Phantom Knights, King Diabetes, Spendog. Thank you for being here. Spendog said he dressed up as the Wu-Tang Clan. Like
all of them?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the same question. Like every single member?
There's a grip of fucking. How many Wu-Tang can you name?
A few. Let's see. Method Man, RZA, the Jizza, Ghostface Killer, Big Baby Jesus, right? Old Dirty Bastard.
ODB, yeah. Those are the only ones I care about, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's the only one I know. Those are the only one I know. I want to say Redman because I feel like he's an unofficial Wu-Tang Clan member. He
not. Came later.
But I feel like he's an unofficial Wu-Tang Clan member. He said, not just one of them on the 36 Chambers cover. Which one of them?
Which one?
I'm just ambiguous Wu-Tang Clan member on the cover.
Which one? You know.
You know. The one with the fucking Wu-Tang shirt. Who the fuck else?
The one that's all in all black.
In all black.
Fuck, which one?
With the big ass, heavy ass lugs jacket and the fucking lugs boots. Because, you know, it was lugs back then, not Tim's. You watch like SmackDown in the 90s. SmackDown brought to you by lugs. Big ass boot just come on the screen and shit. You know, the one with the Echo hat.
Another one.
Tonight said, I hope it's composite Wu-Tang like Prince in the Batman song with composite Joker and Batman. Yes. And why hasn't anybody dressed up like that?
So, where have we been?
What do you mean, where we been?
Where have we been? How come we haven't been on
Oh,
live?
man, it was always something. One week is I'm not feeling well. The next week, you're not feeling well. One week, I'm gone. The next week, you're gone. One week, I'm like stuck somewhere. It was just one thing after another, ladies and gentlemen.
It was crazy. It wasn't like you guys, it wasn't us fighting or anything like that. Like, shit just would not line up.
But you know what? Let's make up the rumor that we were fighting. You know what? I fucking hated her guts for a whole
Hate that bitch.
month or so. That was like, fuck
bearded motherfucker.
Fuck this shit.
Woolly willy looking motherfucker.
You know, it's all me. Yeah, it was just one thing after another. I think next week we can't either because I'm gonna be out of town again. You see? Unless we do it on election night. It's election night. Let's see who.
We totally should. That would be fun.
Let's see who the fuck. Nah, election night. I'll be. For what? Yes. I'm gonna throw my name in there. I'm not even voting for the two. I'm just throwing my name in there. So everybody throw my name.
Please don't do that. This election's too important to throw away a vote.
Throw my name. No, I'll probably be too busy like getting ready for the next day to tell the truth. We leave on Wednesday.
To go where?
We are going back to South Carolina.
Wow.
Going back to South Carolina, and then the week after, going back to Houston, Texas, and then in December, going to South Carolina again. Oh, we got a spot for a photo. Did you take the photo? There's like a click.
There needs to be a click.
The new emotes are coming right now.
Hell yeah.
Just from that smile. But yeah, I'm still busy with that. Also, within that time period, and I mean those here in the chat already know, you know, I've been injured. In case anybody outside this chat listens and whatnot, I've been injured since October 7th. My thumb is messed up, and so I should be wearing my little.
Thanks for telling me.
My little split. You didn't know? I thought you knew.
I didn't know.
What?
You're all secretive and shit.
I mean,
this motherfucker
why?
is 2 hours from my house.
You know why? Because you don't follow social media, and I be all like everything.
I don't.
Social media. Also, I
don't.
tell you that yes, I was in Paso. It was two hours from you, and we were like, all right, we could probably do this. Let's try to figure out. You mentioned Alamogordo, whatever the fuck. I'm like, hey, we saw signs of that, but I mean, I looked at how far it is to get there. It was like an hour or something. I'm like, all right, cool. But I'm telling you, it's just not me and her, and we were stuck with these people. So we'll do.
I saw the video.
Yeah, we'll do whatever we gotta do, and then afterwards, it's like we get lucky to even take a nap, or we have to go somewhere else and eat. And then we go to eat, and then we're just with them until, you know, they're like, all right, let's all go back, and then we got to get up again early in the morning. God damn. I'm sorry about that. Something in my throat. But yeah, trust me, we were like, go. If it's just me and her, we were going like, all right, let's get out of here and freaking enjoy like some of it. Like the only when we got there, we got to enjoy some of El Paso, but we still were stuck with the people we were with. You know, so it was whatever we had to do with them, and then
Fucking killjoys.
But like I said, what? But like I said, we're gonna be back over there for sure. Do we need anything from Target? No, I don't think so.
And we'll have our first ever live show with Australia.
It'll be 5 minutes. Quick, I got 5 minutes.
It's just a tweet.
It's just a picture. That's when you get the final picture and shit. I'm a dress up like fuck, what was the guy from King of the Hill? Not King of the Hill. King of Queens, you know, do the meme. I'm gonna stand right next
What's his
to
name?
Rachel.
James, no. What's his name?
Paul Blart.
Yeah, but what's his real name?
Kevin James.
Kevin James. There you go.
I'm gonna dress like Kevin James.
I got the James part right.
Yeah. It's the face. Who's playing Evanescence is me. The face. That meme. What? You should strength train your hand of giving out random Samoa spikes. You know, remember Rookie of the Year and he broke his arm and then he just became fast as shit? Like, this thumb should be, like, amazing once it gets better.
And then it's going to enhance your stroke game.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah!
That's what I want. So to keep you up with it, because, you know, I didn't tell you and you don't follow my social media. Which is good. Stay off of that. Right now, it's like, it's not pretty right now. Everywhere, you know, outside of funny shit and memes, it's all political and it's stupid.
I'll say this about that real quick. Please go vote and not for Trump. Please. It's either a woman president or fascism. Like, you decide.
You decide our future. Just
literally, if he gets elected, I have to leave the country. I can't.
Well, you're close to the border.
I won't do it again. Yeah, I'm close as fuck, boy.
Yeah. Not as close as I was. I was like, you telling me that's Mexico? That's how I was. You telling me right there? That's fucking Mexico.
You don't know fear until you get on that off ramp that goes to the border crossing, and you can't turn around. You're like, I'm so fucking scared.
That's what I was saying. Like, we'll go wherever we're going, and it's literally just one ramp is like Mexico, and the rest is where we gotta go. And I'm like, and we even asked that question, like, what happens if you just go to Mexico and fucked up? How do you end up back? The federales are there like, I'm sorry, Holmes. You stuck here.
It's all in Spanish, though.
What? You have no passport? Too bad. We got you.
That's all it takes.
So I jammed it with the steering wheel. It's the stupidest thing. A gas tug, which looks like a tractor, got stuck. I tried to reverse out of it, and the wheel was so stuck that it made the steering wheel vibrate, but really, really hard and fast. So it's kind of like a jackhammer just went at the tip of my thumb, and it hurt it badly.
Dude.
I got home and I put some ice on it, and then that just made it worse. And my wife was like, "No, I'm taking you to immediate care." Went there and they took an X-ray. That was like it's partially fractured, and then had a follow up later that week and the orthopedic, and he's like, "Nah, I don't see no fractures or broken things. Just put the splint on it and do some exercises and blah blah blah." But it's been a while, and I'm able to move the thumb around, but I can't bend it, and it hurts a lot. It still hurts a lot.
That's not good.
So none of that is working out for me.
So no more games.
Nah, I couldn't even change my own tire because that shit would have hurt it. So tomorrow I get a CT scan to find out what the hell's going on.
That's what's up.
And all this with workman comp, and then they're over there like, hey, we got light duty for you, and it's really light, but I barely was showing up because I was busy with that, and and some days I was like feeling bad, and then I'm showing up, and then they're like today they're asking me, when can you like go back to work fully, and I'm like, dude, this is a saga for me right now. Like I'm going week by week and trying to figure out what's going on. Like I can't do anything. It's not. There's worse things in the world, but I can't play video games and it depresses me. Okay. There's worse things in the world, but I want to play video games and I can't. So, what can you do? That's my spooky season. This is my splint. This is my splint.
It looks like a bowling glove.
Right? I should go bowling. I would love to go bowling. Is this my bowling hand? No, it's this one. I can bowl. I can bowl. Hell yeah. Calling up Scooby. Let's bowl. Don't bowl Scooby. He'll fucking.
Okay, what's all the Buddy Holly jokes? I'm so fucking confused.
Okay. So it's call back to the Spook Chamber when we watched Slumber Party Massacre 2. Have you ever seen that one?
I know of it, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
You need to watch Slumber Party Massacre 2. It'll change your life. I swear to God. You don't even need to see the first one. Screw the first one. See the second one. It'll change your fucking life. Swear to God.
That's what's up.
It's like... You're frozen, by the way. I don't know why. Let's see if I put solo you. Nope. Oh man, you were good there for a second. Solo you was good for a second. It was the cheesiest smile. They could have took a picture of you right there with that one.
Wow, that was weird.
They messed up. No, not the intro again. Slumber Party Massacre 2 is look. I watched the first one. The first one was all like, oh, it's this guy with a drill and he's like, chasing these girls and he's killing them with the drill. It was basic. When I saw the synopsis of Slumber Party Massacre 2, and it was like, it's haunted by this guitarist with a drill attached to its end. I was like, what? We watched this movie. Let's just say, like, when they made that movie, they thought about Nightmare on Elm Street, and they were like, all right, we're going to make our own Freddy, and he's going to haunt these girls, and he's a rock and roller, and he was like a mix of Andrew Dice Clay and like some other fucking things. And this guy even chased you while freaking doing rock and roll music. And I'm talking like not what's the kind of music from like the Greaser times? Not hillbilly. What do they call it? Rockabilly. Like he was like a rockabilly killer. It was fantastic. And so we joked about he's doing it to Weezer, so he stabbed someone. We started playing What's With These Homies Dissing My Girl, and that was the joke. There you go.
I'm glad. I just thought they were talking about me.
No. Even though I see it, but no. We're just talking about how great that song is, because that song basically starts off with those words. I mean, that's pretty much probably like the greatest fucking.
No intro. The song just starts.
Just like that.
Why?
like he's at a party, and he just decided, what's with these homies dissing my girl? So it's been in my head ever since. It's like Freddy Krueger with a guitar. I'm telling you, Slumber Party Massacre 2, I never knew this movie existed. And now it's like one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's just great. And this is a good segue because it's Halloween and we were going to talk horror movies. This is pretty much the only month I really dedicate myself to watching horror movies. And I try to watch stuff that I haven't watched. And there's always so many, so I never feel my whole list. I never completed, but I do fill up a quota. Like this year, I finally watched all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I've never seen them fully all the way through, believe it or not.
You bought what your whole volume just went out?
I said that I watched the whole Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and I never did that in my whole life.
Did it again?
I watched the whole Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and I never did that in my whole life.
Oh, okay.
Everybody is like, why is he repeating himself?
All I saw was.
Yeah, that's usually how it is. Now you gotta read lips, is what you gotta do.
No. I have very good hearing.
But, and people don't, they're like, they couldn't believe that I didn't watch all these movies because I didn't like it as a kid. I thought Freddy scared the shit out of me as a kid. It's the truth.
Yeah, I was afraid to go to sleep.
Yeah. I've told the story where I had to sleep with my parents as a kid because it was only a 2-room apartment. My brother, of course, the oldest, he had his own room. And my parents had kind of like a table at the end of their bed. And this table had a little statue figure. A little statue figure of like a gold miner. Jesus, why you do that? Like a gold miner. And he had a fedora hat. And I remember the scene where Freddy turns from a little thing and it just grows in the room. So I'm always thinking that thing is gonna do that. And it scared the shit out of me. So I hated that little fedora hat fucking statue figure that my parents had.
I think it's funny that we put so much pressure to watch all these horror movies during October when they're available 24/7, 365. So I watch like horror movies like normal to me. Like, as people know, I used to write for a horror movie website, and I wrote a book that I would say is horror related, and I just find like there's just too much pressure. Like, people like, oh, it's October. This is the only time you get to do it. So let's cram in all these movies. And this year I was just like, there's too much pressure. I just want to like chill now and like relax.
Yeah, I don't say it's the month that I try to cram it, but it's the month that I really feel it. It's true. Like any time of the year, I'll watch a freaking movie, you know?
But you feel more obligated during October. Like you only have 31 days and you have all this time to do all these spooky horror movie shit and like decorate and all this crazy stuff. And then it's over. They're already playing Christmas commercials on TV. I went to Walmart. All the Halloween stuff's already gone. Like, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's true. Christmas is a time where you're like, all right, I got 30 fucking days to watch Christmas movies, and that's it. It's over with. But
I'm watching one fucking Christmas movie. I watch the same one every year on Christmas, and it's Bad Santa.
You watch. It's funny how you watch a Christmas movie where it's just people being pieces of shits.
That's the real world that we live in.
Okay,
it's not all fucking Hallmark Channel and shit like people want it to be.
Oh, you
Shit's
gotta watch.
fucked up.
There's other Christmas movies out there besides Hallmark Channel. What about Violent Night and Silent Night and
That's true.
There's and Die Hard and fucking Die Hard.
Okay, I do watch Die Hard on Christmas.
Let's go with fucking Die Hard. There's Christmas movies out there that's not all fucking lovey-dovey because you hate it so much. Gremlins. The first Gremlins, that's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I never really got like the first one's cool, but like the second one's so much better.
Yeah, the second one is better, but you telling me you don't like Home Alone?
I like Home Alone.
Yeah, you see? Christmas Vacation?
Never seen it.
That's okay, me either. How about Jingle All the Way?
Bars. That's
Jingle All the Way,
movie.
motherfucker. That's the movie right there. Ernest Saves Christmas? Come on. Ernest fucking
Air
saves
brakes.
Christmas. Exactly. That Don't act like it don't. But yes, in October, I do feel like I want to watch the most as I can because it's the mood. But afterwards, I do say, oh man, there's still a whole bunch of movies I want to see that I haven't seen. But I try to fit as much as I can in this 1 month, and then hopefully still got the bug that'll keep me going and keep watching. So this month I did watch all the Nightmares on Elm Street finally, and I love Freddy. I get it. All those movies are fantastic.
Did you like the remake?
The remake was decent. It wasn't as great, but it was decent. I see what people have a problem with because they took Freddy and they made it really, really serious, and then they really made him like a really pedophile. Like I get it in the original, he basically kills kids, not really.
He was a child murderer. And
Yeah,
then
he
they
was
made
a
him
child murderer.
child, like a predator.
Yeah, in the remake, it was like he was
person.
a molester and predator and shit like that.
But like, I thought this like the tone of it, I liked it better. Like, that's the thing. Like, for example, the other day we watched The Guyver. The first Guyver's really goofy. It's silly. You laugh through the whole thing. The second one's really serious. And like with Nightmare on Elm Street, they're silly, they're goofy, then they'll have just some peppered in some scary things. And then the remake was all serious. And I honestly liked it better.
So you like serious takes?
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
why I liked like the Snyderverse so much.
Okay, I get that too. Okay, so we're on two sides of the fence here when it comes to the horror aspect because you like the seriousness of it, and I like the campiness of it. So say a Nightmare on Elm Street remake, I do like it. It's not god awful, but I miss.
It's not bad. It's not like what people say it is.
Yeah, no, it's not god awful. What I miss was Freddy. You know, I wanted more of a like joking around Freddy, but he was a really serious Freddy. But I get it. I get what they were going for.
Sorry, my cat took like the biggest shit just now.
If for those watching, you can see she's covering her face, but for those listening, yeah, Hammer of Venus is covering her face. I thought she just was covering a yawn or a sneeze or something, but no, you.
Like my sense of smell from having COVID almost 2 years ago is like finally coming back, and now I can like smell the air and I can smell shit outside. And so now if he takes a shit in the other room, in here it's like you're in ground zero.
You're basically Daredevil, but with the sense of smell.
Exactly.
Daredevil with the sense of you turn to Wolverine is what it is. I smell a bitch coming. That's how you should be. I know
For those
that.
who don't know, I adopted a cat that we kept feeding over the summer, and he was just too little to leave outside to winter there, so
Yeah,
I brought him home.
That's good. You just brought in a street cat. That motherfucker's playing you. He's gonna rob
Look
the
at
place.
my arm. Look at my arm.
Look at that. Ooh, shit.
He's fucking me up.
Yeah, but that's the thing with cats. You know, they fuck you up, and you just be like, "Oh, you little mother, you lucky, you cute."
He's so cute.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
Yeah. Oh, you lucky, you fucking cute. I'll beat your head. Did the cat dookie on the desk?
He might. I have to do something. This is really bad.
She's gonna go spray the shit out of it. Spray it out. You know, there's actual. Remember, you guys ever seen a movie with I think it was with Jack Black, and he had this. It was about these two friends, and one, I think it was called Envy, that he created like a spray that'll take away the poop, and they're all like, it disappears. But then they find out that the poop doesn't disappear. It's just there still or something. But then I saw a commercial recently that there's actually some kind of product like that. It doesn't make it disappear, but it's just like this makes the smell disappear or something. I don't know.
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
I was talking about the movie where Jack Black, where they make poop disappear, but it doesn't really disappear. No, you
I
haven't seen
don't
it.
know what you're talking about.
I think it was called Envy or something like that. Anyway, it's not a horror movie.
I went in there and he just left a beached whale
With his paws.
just sitting there on the litter box.
That little box is not doing his job because it smelled like shit.
He left a beached whale. It
Damn.
means he didn't bury it.
I mean, you went to the litter box and it was like that shit from Jurassic Park. You were
That
about
was
to
one giant piece of shit.
reach your hand in there, find out what he ate.
It's bad. I'm gagging.
So Broly Fist said, "Just use your DJ skills to stop the shit stench."
I will. Let me open record box real fast.
So this year, what are the new horror movies you've seen and that you really liked and would recommend?
I don't know why I made that face.
That's your oh shit, put me on the spot face.
What are some new horror movies?
I don't know. What did you see anything
What's
new
come
this
out
year?
lately? I really want to see Terrifier 3.
Right.
Dude, he's killing it in there.
That's gonna be a minute until Terrifier 3, that's for sure. I've just seen the first two. So I'm caught up finally. I don't
There's
like the
3.
I
You
know.
have to see All Hallows Eve.
I saw that one too.
Okay, so that's 3.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Terrifier wise, I've seen the first two. I saw All Hallows Eve and Hallows Eve, Terrifier, they're alright. Terrifier 2 is really where it's at.
Terrifier 2 is the fucking goat. Like,
Yeah.
I would just be bored and I'm like, I'm putting it on.
Because I felt like that's where it finally, you needed something. Because the first one was just shit was just happening. The second one, you finally had a story and there was a lore being started up, and you finally had a hero. Yeah, I need that.
Well, that's where people don't understand is like the premise of the first one. Why he made the character was, what if you just walked past this guy and he started following you and like, you know, killing people and stuff. There's a really basic premise, and people, oh, there's no storyline. I was like, yeah, there is, but like the second one was like top tier, top shelf, all the way live.
The second one still had me like, what? You know, because there's a lot of unanswered questions that he's planning in each movie to dig deeper into it. There's something that I like is lore and story. Just keep.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
She'll be right back. Lore and story. That's what you need to develop on. That's what got me into finally watching the Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, because I heard people talk about the lore and the stories of these characters. Having a conversation, and we just hear that in the background. She stepped away for a minute just to yell at the cat.
It stinks.
I'm over here getting deep about.
I'm gagging.
I'm getting deep about why I got into the classic movies, these classic horror icon movies, and you just hear in the background, that stinks. You just turn to the fucking critic. What I was saying is, what I was saying was finally got me into watching all the Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Street was the story of lore. You know what? This whole episode is about how HammerOfVenus is trying to live through a stinky ass cat. She's living a horror movie right now. The cat's the horror icon.
Better than your barking dogs and crying kittens.
This October, one cat's poop will kill you.
It can if it has that stuff in it. That virus. Remember Train Spotting? The guy that had AIDS that died because of the cat shit.
Damn, no, I didn't.
That was one of the things when I first adopted the cat, I had to take him to the vet and make sure he wasn't a carrier of that disease.
You telling me that these fucking cats in the house can give me AIDS? Oh shit, these two are having a fight on top of the couch though. It's gonna be
Not
on some
AIDS.
Lion King shit. Long live the king. How'd they get up there? They shouldn't even be on the couch. They're fucking it up right now. Get cats, y'all. They're fun.
What were we talking about?
I was talking about how Terrifier 2 lore is pulling me in and it gets me invested and that's what got me into finally watching Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street because I heard a podcast talking about the whole lore of that stuff. But
I can't wait for the third one because like it's already like the highest grossing unrated movie of all time.
an independent movie.
Independent, yeah.
Yeah. Joker came out and people were like, pfft. And then Terrifier 3 came out and people were like, yeah, and they just shitted on the Joker. Though there's a theory that that guy made Joker 2 as a fuck you to the studio.
I've heard that. Everybody keeps saying like if you watch it, it's kind of like the last Matrix movie where they're like just fucking with the studio and the people that they don't like and but what people like is Art the Clown, and he's like my favorite slasher right now.
That dude became a horror icon quick. You know what's crazy? I think today he was freaking at Wall Street and rang the bell or whatever.
Oh wow, that guy that plays him, David Howard Thornton.
Mm-hmm.
His dream is to play the Joker in a movie,
Because
and it's funny because the Joker he outbeat the Joker playing Art the Clown. So
yeah,
that's like really badass.
he already played him too. So they got like there's a video of him playing him already.
Yeah, but he wants to be like
in the studio. Yeah,
like,
yeah. He wants to be best friends with James Gunn.
There you go.
He wants to be best friends with James Gunn to be in that new Batman movie. Oh, by the way, today is the perfect day to watch the Batman, everybody. Literally.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. It
well,
is.
For the next few hours.
Yeah, you got to watch it before midnight because it only counts. He's all like, Thursday, October 31st.
That's today.
I got to take a shit, but all this crime is happening. Have you been watching The Penguin?
I've watched part of it and I didn't know what was happening, so I stopped watching. But I'm waiting for him to like all air and then I'm gonna watch it.
What part of what you didn't watch the first episode?
I watched part of it.
Well,
I was asleep and the TV was on and I woke up and it was already like halfway through it and then I was like, I don't know what's happening, and I went back to sleep.
It's really, really good, man. It's really good. My only beef is
Here we go.
Where the fuck is Batman? You telling me that Penguin is doing all this damn shit with the Falcons and the Moronis and now the Gigantes and all that shit, and not once is Batman out there like, I should fight crime. Does he only care about Thursday, October 31st? Is that it? What the Go out there and do something. There's shit happening that should literally get to Batman, but he's just chilling, you know? He's just chilling while there's all this crime and shit happening. I'm just saying. He exists.
Thanks for spoiling the whole show. Good night, everybody.
What the
fuck?
fuck?
Shit again, I'm gonna kill you. Sorry.
And that's how you should scream at your cat. He's out there beating asses for illegal parking. I'm just saying, like, make it believable to me. At least have these motherfuckers mention Batman. I haven't heard them mention Batman. At least mention Batman. It's like, we're gonna take Gotham back. And then someone just go like, but what about the Bat? You know? Because if I was a criminal, that's what I'll be saying. Like, what about the fucking bat? It's not like he's a secret, right? He was in the fucking stadium at the end of the movie. He just saved everybody's lives. I don't know. Great show, though, by the way. Fucking fantastic.
Okay,
right?
that's all I want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want all that other jibber jabber.
Yeah. Great show. I'm just hoping, like, at the end, like, at the final episode or something, you know, Batman just shows up. That's all I'm hoping. But great show, though. Great fucking show.
He just shows up like the end of Gotham.
I'll be happy if it's like if it ends and it's just Penguin like sitting on the throne or something. The camera goes up and then on the fucking rooftop it's just Batman there, and I'll be like, yeah, you know, that's it. That's how Gotham ended, no? That's when we finally got Batman. It was just Gotham. It was just him up there.
You waited that whole long ass last episode. It was long.
Long
And you're
as
just
shit.
like, where's he at? And you're like, okay, like the next show's about to come on any second, and they just pan up, and it was like a couple frames of him, and that was it.
That was it, and that made me real hard, you know.
I screamed when
That's all you
I
needed.
watched it live, like when it aired, and it panned up, and it was him. I was like,
Yeah.
how did you get started into horror movies?
I don't know. Because, like I said, growing up as a kid, I wasn't really into it. But I would say I loved Chucky. So Chucky
Nice.
was always cool with me. And then in the 90s, I loved Scream. And I'll watch anything else. Like in the 90s, I watched every Halloween movie that came out. You know, H2O, Resurrection, whatever. I watched New Nightmare of Freddy. I remember seeing that back then. But, you know, I didn't really know Freddy. So the movie was just like what it was. But I didn't know the lore of Freddy or all the movies before it. So I didn't, like, when I saw it now after watching everything, it meant more to me. I've seen Freddy versus Jason and enjoyed it for what it was, but I didn't see these movies by themselves, so I didn't know these characters very well outside of what they are, who they are, you know. But what got me into horror, I don't know. If I guess I have to say Chucky, but Chucky was the only thing that was cool with me since I was a kid. I didn't
But
didn't get scared from him.
Is that like your first horror movie?
Don't know. Can't tell. Can't really tell. I can't really say what was the first horror movie that made me go, "Oh yeah." I can't. No, I can't tell. I could tell you that Chucky, I don't think I ever saw Chucky as horror as a kid. I can say that probably the thing that made me go, "Oh, I'm kind of digging horror" was Scream. And when Scream came out and I saw that slasher movie, I was like, this is cool. You know, like it was a real cool movie and I dug it and I dug what they were doing in the meta of it. And it's just a big whodunit, you know? And I, since then, I guess I just like a horror movie. Well, at that point, I liked the horror movie that had like some smarts to it, you know, and it was like a real good story and something like that. Now I've grown to the point where I just love dumb horror movies too, you know, like the freaking rockabilly guitar driller.
Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3.
That I also was thinking about watching, you know, so I have to say that for next year because I just wanna. It's not that I want to. It's not that I should. Like I could do it anytime, you know, but it's just special around that time,
Yeah.
especially for what I do, which is the spook chamber, you know. But yeah, stuff like that. Like I'm gradually going into that kind of stuff where I enjoy it, and then I don't see it as horror. I just see it as fucking comedy. I watched which I highly recommend because everybody was talking about this movie. Talk to Me. Have you heard of that movie? No.
I've heard of it. I just don't remember if I've watched it.
That's the one with the hand that you touch. It was
The what?
it's a hand and they touch it and you're speaking to um a ghost or something. I don't want to give anything away, but it was directed by
I don't know.
it's directed by these two guys from YouTube who are famous for they were the Raka Raka. They made those videos and their YouTube videos were fantastic. How they made it very crazy and kinetic and stylized. So these two guys made it. They're from like Australia, I believe. Yeah, Australia, New Zealand. I think it's Australia. And this movie, Talk to Me, is really really good, and it's creepy, but you know, I watched it and I didn't find it too scary. Like it had scary moments, but that's me. You know, like people who love horror don't really see anything like that and get scared. They just like a good story. It depends. Like either you like something like Hereditary, where some horror people will be, oh, that was stupid. That's not scary, whatever. When I watch it, I'm like, oh, that was good. That was a good story. Or you got people who are just into gore and they want Terrifier, you know, they just want people getting fucked up and crazy like that, but they're not scared from that shit. They just like seeing that shit happening. What scary movie is actually scary?
Can I answer my question first?
Go ahead.
Wow, that was a lot of words. The first horror movie I remember was Halloween. I remember watching it with my mom when I was really little. I don't remember the movie as very much. I remember the pumpkin at the beginning. And then when after he killed his sister and he's wearing that clown mask and he has the knife. That's all I remember.
As a kid.
As a kid. I've seen it a million times now, but
every time that's all I remember. I just black out everything else. No, I wasn't into Halloween back then. Especially as growing up, you weren't I want to say I wouldn't be interested in older movies, but I wasn't interested in older movies, so I wouldn't see Halloween, you know, or the first Friday like get my surprise when I find out the first Friday the 13th didn't even have fucking Jason in it. I was like, what?
His mom.
It was the mom. Spoiler alert.
That's why I don't understand how they're like, oh, we're gonna make this prequel series about Jason. Or like, well, that's what the whole first movie was.
Unless you're talking about the kid himself. But see how those movies just like the funny thing is how those movies just go somewhere else. Especially Jason. It just got weirder as it kept going.
Dude, and there's like a whole movie where it's not even him and he's dead. What is it, 5?
I hated that one.
You're just like, what is happening?
I hated that one. I mean, I had some I enjoyed it. Homeboy had me cracking up. But it was no. Wait, is that the one? No, it was the one where he was killing, but it wasn't even him. Yeah. No, I think it's the same one. I think it's the same one. Yeah, because the whole movie
There's only one of them like that.
Okay, then it's the same one because I was confused because the whole movie had you thinking it was this one dude, but it wasn't him at all. It was this fucking paramedic or some motherfucker because somebody got killed and it was stupid. I was like, if you see the clip of me watching that and they revealed who it was and I'm like, who? You know, like I didn't even know who like it wasn't a big. It was like what? Who the fuck is that? That made no sense.
Yeah, I just said it was the 5th movie.
Jason Finds Jesus. That's the one we needed to watch. Jason Goes to Applebee's.
I would watch that, but I would totally watch it.
The Manhattan one was.
I like that one.
Yeah, when he gets to Manhattan.
And finally, Jesus Christ, you're spending the whole movie on this boat, and you're like,
what the fuck?
you give a fuck about this boat?
That's like if you watch that's that's saying Jurassic Park 2 The Lost World, but they called it Jurassic Park in New York and it only happened at the end, you know?
That was San Diego. But
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, Jurassic Park San Diego. And it only happened at the end. The rest of the movie is
For
fucking
5 minutes.
and it was the best damn 5 minutes.
It was the-
Once that motherfucking T-Rex got loose and started wreaking havoc, I was like, yes!
This is the best movie of all time.
And that's why it's still my favorite Jurassic Park movie, man. That shit was top notch. That shit was really good. That shit was good, just period, from beginning to end. I love the scene where they're in the whatever that RV fucking thing, and the T-Rexes are coming looking for the baby, and they knock
they
it
pushed
over.
off a cliff.
My God, like Steven Spielberg, you son of a bitch, you know how to make a fucking intense.
If that doesn't make your asshole pucker, I don't know what will.
I'm talking about this, and I just want to see The Lost World now because it's so fucking good.
She lands on that glass like that and starts cracking.
Yes. So good, man. Man, so good. Oh man, I haven't seen 13 Ghosts this year. I always want to watch it every year.
Let's go do that right now.
Watch it every year, man.
It's so good.
I heard they were
What's your
making a
favorite
series out of
ghost?
that.
Allegedly.
That's the last thing I heard, which is a great idea because you could really milk each episode about a ghost.
But there's only 12 ghosts. The 13 was supposed to be the dad.
Exactly.
So would you call it 12 ghosts?
No, it's still 13 ghosts. I mean, then the 13th episode is, the dad thing, whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, you still call it, Here now. Got me a count of 15. That was The Frighteners. I watched that again. I gotta watch that every year.
I stole that from Blockbuster on
That's-
DVD.
If there's a movie to ever steal from Blockbuster, it sure as hell is The Frighteners. That's for sure.
I was like, yeah, I'm not taking this one back. This movie slaps. This some bitch is mine now.
They'll never see it again. They're gonna go.
That-
they're gonna go under
That
anyways.
Santa.
You probably did at the end. They're gonna go under anyways. Netflix is gonna win. Brody
Fuck
Fitz said.
Netflix.
Brody Fitz said the show can just be called Ghost. No, that's a different movie.
There's a TV show called Ghost, and it's like a comedy with all these different like period piece ghosts, and they all like hang out together.
I think it was called more than just Ghosts. I think they were called. It was something with ghosts.
That was just called Ghost.
I don't think it's just called Ghost.
You're gonna make me Google shit.
I am gonna Google it myself too. Ghosts. Oh, it is a sitcom just called Ghosts.
Okay.
That was Ghost of something. Oh, with
Women can never be right.
homegirl from iZombie, who is also from Power Rangers RPM. Yeah, I like her.
She's hot.
She was a Power Ranger, yo. That's dope.
So was that naked chick from Not Another Teen Movie?
Yeah. Yeah. So imagine my joyful glee when I saw her naked. And she was one of my favorite female Power Rangers in Lost Galaxy. I was like, damn, she's hot. And then I saw her naked. I was
watching it with some people. Hey, isn't that Power Rangers chick? You said what?
it's like if you grew up on Mighty Morphin and you had a big crush on Kimberly, and then in the future you saw her naked and you're like, yeah, it was a win. It's a win for everybody.
I wanted Cat.
Cat, yes, Cat is still beautiful.
She's hot as fuck.
She's still beautiful. What is with these people? Like, what are they drinking? Because everybody is in tip-top shape. Every former Power Ranger.
They gotta be. They can't all look like Yasmin Bleeth and look like me. That's mean. I'm sorry.
I was thinking about Carrie Fisher, how she said, y'all expected me to stay as Princess Leia, but, I just grew up and got old. What the fuck you want me to do? She didn't give a shit. She was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to try to stay sexy for y'all.
It's like, when people are talking about, oh, I saw so and so, and probably talking about me, like, oh, what happened to her? Oh, she got fat. Yeah, I'm 42. That's what happens when you're 42. You get fat. Your teeth fall out. Your eyesight goes out. Everything hurts. Everything hurts. So, yeah. I can't wait to see all motherfuckers hit 40.
I'm about to hit 40.
It's gonna hurt.
It already hurts. Look at this.
Now, take that, but globally.
I'm afraid I'm gonna be like this for the rest of my life.
You don't
It
get
sucks.
better. You just live with it.
This is
That's what they don't tell you.
Yes. At the end of this episode, just to let you guys know that life is a horror story. Everybody's living one. And that's why you smoke up like Hammer of Venus is doing.
It's medicine.
It's medicinal. It's medicinal. You got 6 years left, Broly Fist. Enjoy your 30s, boy.
It was on my 40th birthday. It was like somebody like woke me up with a baseball bat like in this March. It's like whack.
Jeez.
And it's just hasn't stopped since.
Every year is something. I didn't expect this.
But you make the best of it and you enjoy the little things and just see how much longer you can ride this out.
And that's why you watch horror movies, to see people getting fucked up and enjoy it. And
there's like normies or like vanilla ass people that are like, wow, can you watch it? It's so bloody. I'm like, if you know that that's like syrup with red dye and the like Terrifier 2, like you could tell when it was like a fake head and stuff like that. That's what makes it funny. And then also if you're a movie buff like we are, you're like, oh wow, I wonder what, is that spirit gum or whatever. It's fun, like when you know all those little insidery things.
Mm-hmm. When they could pull off, like in Terrifier 2, and he's chopping homeboy on the floor, and he still looks real, but you see like, oh man, that's a cool way of them using practical and real together, like, oh damn, that was creative, that was crazy, and creative deaths make you laugh sometimes. I don't know, it's just what's funny is how we take these horror icons and we glorify them in real life. So Freddy Krueger, we all love Freddy, we all love Jason. Now everybody loves Art the Clown, and it's funny because in the movie, no, he's the villain. You don't want to be his best friend. But
you don't want to be near him.
No, in the real world, he's funny and cool to be around with and shit like that. Like Chucky. I don't want to have a Chucky doll. I don't want him to try to make me kill people and all that stuff, But I love him in the movies and the TV show. I'm like, yeah, Chucky, that's my boy.
I used to have a life-size blade from Puppet Master.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the hat and the knives for him.
Yeah, the cool one.
It's life-size. Yeah, the badass one. It was life-size, and that thing was in the middle of the night. That's the first thing you're gonna look for. Like, you better still be there.
Yeah, I would think that too. LP has a freaking Chucky doll. Oh, you know what I was gonna bring, huh? Cats.
It's the cat episode.
Mm-hmm. Your cat. Today's the day for your cat. My cat too.
It is.
We had my cat was in the front room, and there's nothing covering the window, so you could just see inside. And while people were coming to get candy, she's on the top of the cat tree just chilling. And everybody's like, "Oh, look, blah blah blah," and that's why I told my girl, I was like, that's why I like having black cats, because when I had it as a teenager, they would freak out seeing the black cat on the window, like, oh, and it still works. They'll freak out like, oh, black cat. I'm like, yeah.
Let me tell a story about that.
Go ahead.
One of the last times I remember going trick-or-treating was like the Halloween of 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And for the younger generation, Y'all don't know that we used to trick or treat till like midnight. As
Yep.
long as there was a porch light on, dude, we're at their house. Like, we don't give a fuck how far we had to go. So we've been trick or treating all night. My parents are like, let's go. I'm like, let's do this one more house and go because they had their light on. And this kid answers, and he was like my age. And he's like, I'm sorry, we ran out of candy. We don't have anything, but we found this cat, and it was a black cat with yellow eyes. And I looked at my parents. I'm like, can I? They're like, yeah, go ahead. We had that cat's babies, those cat's babies, that cat's babies, that cat's babies, all from a free cat on Halloween that was a black cat.
Damn, you just started a whole lineage and legacy with that
Yeah.
one cat.
Like in the Enemy Mine where you have to sing your family's lineage.
Yeah. I gravitate to them. I gravitate to black cats. My
Me
favorite
too.
my favorite cat was a black cat, and I would just gravitate to that. And yeah, sure, I would love to have like a colored cat, but I have a black cat. So when we had Nico as a little baby, I gravitated to her, and she gravitated to me, and just how it is.
I'm the same way. But I have black dogs too. And like, it wasn't intentional. I always said, like, as a kid, like joking around, like, oh, because my mom was always like, when are you going to give me some kids? And I said, I'm not going to have kids. I'm going to have a black dog and a black cat. And then I did, but then I got another black dog, and then I got another black cat. And then I read something that was like, black pets are less likely to be adopted at shelters. So there's that. I don't know if that correlates.
That's what I was about to say. Black
Just gonna leave
pets
that there.
matter, yo. Black pets matter. Here in the
Somebody
machine
make that
room,
a shirt.
we should. Here in the machine room, black pets matter. BPM.
Going on the pad.
Black pets matter, motherfucker. BPM. Put a picture of a black cat and a black dog.
Ha!
BPMs.
And a gerbil.
Yup. And then the back, spay and neuter your pets. Because you gotta, yo. Everybody spay and neuter your damn pets.
Oh, the cat's getting fixed this month.
There you go. Cool. Yeah. Spay and neuter that pet.
I don't want him pissing all over my house.
No, you don't. You especially don't want them in heat either. It's just the worst. But, spay and neuter your pets. Make Bob Barker happy. That's why I go to other states and help spay neuter animals.
I'm surprised you haven't gone to Alamogordo yet because like they have one of the worst stray cat populations.
Hey, you never know. Could be a place. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, first time it was just Houston, and now I think we're gonna end up doing Dallas one day. And
You should do like a Nas world tour, and it's just like pictures of a cat and a dog, and on the back, it's like all the tour dates.
me and the tables right behind me, and it's just them getting their balls chopped.
Somebody make that happen.
If I do that, it'll be wrong. You don't want to see these motherfuckers getting their balls chopped. It's fascinating how they do it, though. I'm like, damn.
I remember when I first adopted my Chihuahua, and we took him to the vet, and we're like, do all the shots and everything y'all need to do. And the lady goes, is he fixed? I was like, I don't know. She's like, you didn't look to see if he still has his balls? I was like, I give him his privacy. And she looked at me like she was about to jump the counter and just choke me. And I laughed so fucking hard at that.
You were like, look, I respect my pet's gender.
That's a perfect shirt, but there's 3 T's.
Yeah, right. I was looking right here. Black pets matter, and then the other one.
It's got American flags on it. I'm saving all of these.
These are great ideas. They're great shirts. I fuck with. I like the one with the white. I like the one with the white right
Okay.
here. You know, take up almost all the t-shirt right there. We actually have a black cat and a black dog. This one's cool, but that cat's not black.
The one that's like all black, and like it has a cat, a dog, and then a cat again.
Yeah, and
I like that. I like that one.
the dog has a little heart right there. Yeah, that one's good too.
I can totally edit this.
All these, the last two. You could do the last two. That'd be dope. This is better t-shirts than the freaking Paul's organization has. Oh, you like my I don't know if you can see it. My Ernest versus the Troll Mortal Kombat screen. That's my wallpaper right now today. That's fucking love that wallpaper, man. I wish there were a better resolution, but that's how they came
Right.
up. I forgot who made this. Someone made this. I think it was Dro, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Or maybe one of you guys. I don't remember who made it. I love that fucking shit. Love that damn thing. But yeah, definitely get that t-shirt. Make that shit happen. Well,
Where do we have the store at?
you know where to find us.
Isn't it like tpublic.com/Machine Room Podcast or some shit?
Some shit like that. But the easiest way to get there is machineroompodcast.com. And we'll get there right. You get there, you get to the store, and you could get everything Machine Room. I find it funny that you have this, the outro, you still have the kick, and we don't do kick, and kick is kind of like, kick has gotten a bad name. You know that, right?
Yeah, it has. There's like naked people and shit on there.
Yeah, people doing stupid shit and crashing and yeah. So
I'll fix that.
I don't think we're gonna be on kick anytime soon. There.
But also, like, we have a new logo, we have a new intro, new outro, a new waiting screen. We have like new shirts. I updated the website. So once we get back on schedule, like, we're really looking for somebody that could help us out. You would be a member of the Machine Room Podcast, but you wouldn't be on camera. It'd be behind the scenes work doing screenshots for Screenshot the News and reposting news articles on Facebook and Twitter. So if you're interested, hit us up. Our email is on our website at machineroompodcast.com.
And you won't get paid because we don't get paid. So just let you know that this is pro bono and shit. ain't no benefits out of this motherfucker, nigga. You're just doing it to do it.
Maybe a shirt.
Maybe a free shirt or two.
Maybe a shirt. A Black Pets Live. What is it? Black Pets Matter.
Black Pets Matter. Yes.
Pet. What? Okay, yeah.
It could be Black Pets Lives Matter, but no, just Black Pets Matter.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah. Spay and neuter your dogs and pets. I mean, spay and neuter your pets. Have a black bunny on there too. But yes, everything Machine Room, machineroompodcast.com. We're happy to be back. Happy Halloween. I hope you got all the candy you ever wanted. If you got candy and you were being greedy and just held it for yourself and said, fuck the kids, hey, I ain't mad at you. I did that for years. So enjoy that candy. Spoil yourself. Treat yourself. Hopefully we'll get these t-shirts out there and you could get some of those t-shirts and wear it. And remember, we got t-shirts up right now. We'll be right back in 2 weeks, hopefully, for another Machine Room podcast. Make sure you follow HammerOfVenus because she's DJing now on Twitch and she's playing the jams. Hell, I was listening to her stream while I was in El Paso helping spay and neuter animals.
I even took your request and played it on the air.
And I heard it. I was happy as hell. I did not leave that thing until I heard my damn song.
He keeps texting me. He's like, more air horn.
Yes. How you gonna be like, yo, what's up, HammerOfVenus? Are you listening to this without some freaking? You gotta put that all the time, just out of nowhere. You listen to motherfucking and not throwing up. I'm telling you, don't let me be a DJ. Do not let me be a DJ.
Good night, everybody.
DJ the fuck out of this. All right, guys. Peace out. I'm Naztradamix, Hammer of Venus. Follow us on our Twitches and go to our website where you can get everything Machine Room Podcast. We miss you and we'll be back once again. You can bet on that. Deuces.
Ciao.
Welcome to the machine room.
It still smells like cat shit.
Read the headlines.
Just so everybody knows.
Laughter echoes through the night.
Rachel's gonna fumigate her whole crib now.
Shining bright.
You know that? What movie was it? I think it was a Jim Carrey movie where something blew up. Oh man, I remember. It was like there was a running and wasn't it the Grinch? How the Grinch and he ran and something blew up, like the little car blew up and he was all dramatic.
Okay.
That's you. You're gonna throw a fucking bomb in your crib and you're just gonna run and just you and the cat and all the dogs.
I'm gonna walk away smoking a blunt like fucking Wolverine.
Even better.